What's up, everybody? Welcome into another episode of Jammin with J Money. We appreciate everybody for tuning in, everybody for watching, man. You guys hit the like button and share. If you guys like the content, man, whether you're watching live or you're watching the playback, we do appreciate everybody for watching. I'm your host, J Money. That's my guy, Jordan Sharp, and that's my guy, Junior Browne, man. We're here to try to get you guys some NBA money. The NBA is back today, so we're ready to get to it, man. What's up, Jordan? Everything good with you, brother?
Yeah, all is well. It's like a little bit of an early Christmas present here, just a few days before here on Friday, where we have yet another one to open up. But this little two-game present today is definitely very nice. It's nice to see the NBA back earlier than expected once again, but as always, much appreciated in that aspect because there's a ton of basketball to be played here, both in the college and the pros now for the remaining months it's going to be really fun to watch. I'm very excited about these two games, especially that early one. Get to see the new look Brooklyn Nets, get to see Kevin Durant back on the floor. That's going to be extremely enticing. And then, of course, the late game going to be answer a lot of questions, as we talked about yesterday with those Clippers. So excited to watch that one, too. How you guys doing? How you doing, Junior?
Good, man. Good. Ready?
Oh shit! Come on. Oh, Junior, we kind of paused there. We cool though.
I'm here. Yeah, sorry about that.
You good, bro?
Excited, ready to go, ready to get at this money. I mean, I love NFL, love college basketball, but the NBA is where it's at for me. It's been what I've loved since I was a kid, since before all this handicap and stuff. And we get to be fans today because we got three superstars that haven't played basketball in like a year. Kyrie, KD, Steph coming back. We got the Battle of LA. Them guys out in Clippers, the choke artists from last year. They get to try and redeem themselves. And the Lakers, we get to see if the Lakers are taking it serious or if they're still, sipping wine and smoking cigars. But that's our job, right? Getting at these games, analyzing them, and just looking at these numbers and trying to get the best price available. So, I'm sure everybody in the chat's ready. So let's get to it.
Exactly. Everybody been waiting, man. I know we did have a different time slot last year or last season, as you say. It wasn't last year; it's the same year, as you guys know. Short turnaround, right. But obviously there's no bubble this year. Everybody's playing in their home arena, and we're gonna try to get to it, man. So, like my guy Junior alluded to, try to make sure you guys are finding the best NBA lines, betting lines, whatever sport you're betting. Make sure you're getting the best betting lines. Make sure you're line shopping at sbrs.com. Check those lines out, man. Get different books. Make sure you're getting the best line. Half point could really make a large difference, man. It really could. I'm ready for the season, man. Been betting some college basketball. I might give out a little college pick today, something I really like. But we got two NBA games today, man. First one, we definitely have to get into this Warriors versus Nets, man. We got KD making his long-awaited, return here after a couple of years. He tore his Achilles. Last time we saw him, he was wearing the Warriors jerseys, guys. So it's Warriors versus Nets. What we got, Jordan? What you like in this one? So Jordan, if you guys didn't know, if you're new to the show, Jordan is our first half total guy. He's our total guy. I don't really bet totals. Junior, he might dibble and dabble on some totals, but Jordan Sharp is the first quarter total, first half total, full game total. This is our guy right here. Player pops as well, man. What's up, Jordan?
Yeah, man. I've been scouring the lines on this one, and these are kind of unique. I think it's tough to bet this game because these lines have been out for weeks now, so they've had a chance to be hammered into place. It's not like your traditional NBA lines where they're opened up the night before, basically, and they're still pretty fresh by showtime, for instance. What we do the time we do the show 1 p.m. Eastern. So I hate to disappoint on that wondrous intro, but I do not have a total play for this game. I have a spread play. I'm on the sides in this one, and I was not earlier. I was content with just letting this one go by on the spread side and just enjoying it, like Junior said, as a fan, because it's just you get to see a ton of star power. I didn't mean to shortchange Kyrie or Steph coming back either earlier by any means. But this is a game I think the spread is a little more enticing. The only reason I'm not really looking at the total in this one is one, because it's just flown higher. I kind of leaned over when it opened, but I didn't get a chance to jump in until it just absolutely just skyrocketed. And I'm not sure it's bettable at this point on that side of the total. At the same time, I also kind of like to have a little more stats and a little more player analytics to go along with the season before I start to bet totals. So I'm kind of going to lay low on the totals for the first maybe 5 8 games of the season here, before I get my bearings straight. But that being said, I do think Golden State's a little bit of a value here. It's not going to be much for me. Probably going to keep it pretty small, as I think you guys will probably preach as well here. First start of the season, just a ton we don't know yet. You're still trying to feel things out. You have some leans every once in a while. You may have a play you really like here, but I think always stay a little bit more tepid here at the beginning of the season, just because you're gonna get run into some spots where there's gonna be some surprises anywhere. But the Draymond Green news, when he got ruled out, it moved this line 2 points. I just think it's a little bit too disrespectful to this Warriors team that's going to be not completely back, obviously, without Klay Thompson, but the pieces they do have are very capable of giving Brooklyn buckets. And I think I have some question marks of how good Brooklyn's defense is going to be this season. They're starting DeAndre Jordan now. I think that's somewhat of a mistake. Jared Allen also did get extended recently. Side note, I don't know what kind of state he's going to be in this entire season, because he's probably going to be assigned the first offer sheet he sees next summer after being disrespected twice like that, losing his starting spot, which he shouldn't have lost, and not getting extended, which I think he should. He's very well suited to be extended. So a lot of things just kind of I think this Brooklyn team is going to be a little work in progress. I mean, we saw with superstars coming together time and time again in this league where it takes a little bit of time early on. I do think Kyrie and KD kind of mesh very well together, their style of games, but there's a lot of guys who are going to want the ball in this team. I'm very interested to see how that works. Storyline number one for Brooklyn is how do they share the ball and who gets slided, who thinks they're getting slided by the lack of touches they're getting on offense is going to be a huge question mark for me in this team going forward. Whereas the Warriors, you know who the alpha male is. You know who's getting buckets. It's just going to be who's getting the second and third, that B and C option here on the Warriors so far this year. And whether or not James Wiseman is the real deal here, looks like he's going to start. So I like the Warriors who are taking points. I'm not going to sprinkle. Thought about it. Plus 250 is a little enticing, but I'm not going to do it just yet. I'm not ready to fade the Nets that hard. And I think there could be some potential value in that first half too if you want to. But I think I'm just going to stick with the full game here. Keep it small. 1 unit play. Warriors plus 7.5.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that starting five. I don't know if Wiseman should be thrown into the fire like that. I mean, he only played one preseason game as well. Junior, I know my guy Junior Browne here. I know he got some Nets fans. He got a little bit of Nets. I don't say blood in him, but I know he does have some family up there in Brooklyn. Man, is the Nets your team this year, Junior? Or then most importantly, do you like them tonight on this minus 7.5 line?
I definitely like the Nets as a team. Hoping to go catch a game now that I'm down stateside. But as for tonight, I think it's a lot of points for a team playing their first game together. Coaching his first game ever. Got a lot of respect for Steve Nash, but does he know what he's doing? Maybe. 7.5 points is a lot of points on a team with Steph Curry, who you figure even if Brooklyn is whooping Golden State's ass at some point in this game, is Golden State going to just take their foot off the pedal? No, they haven't played basketball in how long? So I think that, a backdoor cover is always a possibility with a team like GS that's going to try and get up and down the floor. So many different things that Jordan said that I want to touch on. DeAndre Jordan starting in 2020, nonsense.
It's bad. It's real bad, man. I can't get over it, really.
Let's start there. So DeAndre Jordan starting over Jared Allen. What sense does that make? Like, how is that a good move for your organization? Jared Allen's a good up-and-coming player who's super cheap. His contract is so cheap. DeAndre Jordan is so... anyways. So there's that problem right there. So that makes me already fishy about Nash's decision-making.
Exactly.
Now, I'm gonna say that that's down to the fact that DeAndre Jordan is KD's boy. And KD's just kind of like, yo, he's starting. That's it. But there's no planet do you think that DeAndre Jordan is still better than Jared Allen. And even if he was, just from your standpoint as an organization, it makes more sense to invest the time in giving the young guy minutes to see what you can get out of him, what potential he has, instead of pissing him off by starting a guy that's worse than him over him. Anyway, so I'm done with that. The other problem is the KD Kyrie thing. They haven't played basketball in such a long period of time. I just think that we're assuming way too much that just because on paper they look like a team that can contend in game one they're going to come out, and basically you almost need them to win by double digits to cover, or at least be up by double digits late in the game. As opposed to having to them hit a couple of late shots. Like if they're up by 5-6 points, why are they're going to go out of their way to score? They're going to go out of their way to slow the game down and hold the lead. So you essentially need them to be blowing them out. I don't really like that for a first game for any team, really. So I'm just trying to show the Warriors a little bit more respect. And I don't want to be too long-winded, so I just want to say one more thing. Nobody in the world can stop Kevin Durant. That's pretty obvious. But if there's a guy who's not afraid of anybody, it's going to be Kelly Oubre.
No fear.
Oh, I love it.
Kelly Oubre is going to at least try to antagonize him, talk some shit, get under his skin. And KD might light him up for 40, but he might not. He hasn't played basketball in how long, bro? I know he looks good in these IG workouts. Yeah. This ain't Instagram, though, so we'll see.
They played in the preseason. Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant did play in the preseason. It's just the preseason, but I mean they've gotten back on the court, so this isn't just the first time. It's the first official time. I mean, we know it's the preseason. There weren't really a whole lot of defense played there. Now you're getting a real game. Exactly. Now you're getting real defenders in your face. A team that has some revenge against y'all know me, man. Y'all know I'm trying to look for that type of revenge, an extra added motivation, going with the more motivated team here. So Kevin Durant is going to get together with his team. And one quick thing I want to say about DeAndre Jordan starting. I mean, that's another thing. You got a rookie coach over here with Steve Nash. I kind of take that as kind of the players already coaching the team already, like, oh, we want Jordan to be in, because there's no way from a basketball perspective would you have Jared Allen on the bench while DeAndre Jordan is starting. It's just no way. DeAndre Jordan is just going to give you no offense out there. Maybe not even as much defense. He was on the team last year and barely even played. That should tell you something. It wasn't the injury, man. He wasn't really fitting with the team, but now they got him back just because he's KD's boy. Kyrie Irving, we're going to see how them boys fit together. Joe Harris, he's pretty much just good for threes out there. It's not going to be a whole lot of defense. We're questioning this team's defense right now, man. Really, they're starting five. I don't see one lockdown defender out there. You have some defenders coming off the bench, but right now it's pretty much all offense with that net starting five. And you tell me they're going to win by double digits here without playing defense? I just really find that hard to believe. The key to me is going to be Steph Curry tonight. If his shot is hidden, if he's coming back with some revenge versus KD, and wants to get this win tonight and goes off, is hitting those threes, obviously we're going to need him to play some defense versus Kyrie, man. But Curry is the key tonight. If his shot is on, they have a shot to win this game. If he's broke, it's going to be tough. But I love what you said there about you definitely have to put Oubre on Kevin Durant. You're going to have to get some Eric Pascal on him as well, who's a damn good defender in my opinion. And then you have Kevin Looney out there, who's a damn good defender. Those three defenders right there could keep them in the game, in my opinion. But you're really going to need Curry to kind of somewhat stay with Irving. But if he has that motivation tonight to come and show up against Kevin Durant, man, and show him why he should have stayed with Golden State, I really feel like the Warriors could have a chance to win this game, man. If Curry shows everybody that he's back, man. You look at the bench, their bench can kind of keep up with the Nets bench as well. 7.5 is a little rich here, in my opinion, man. I hate to be too long-winded, but it's NBA back, man. I'm excited, man. We're taking dogs that got a chance to win outright. Anything can happen, nothing's guaranteed. But I like the Warriors tonight, Jordan. What you think about that, my guy?
No, I mean I think we've all agreed it's a point or two too many. I thought 5.5 where it opened was maybe a half point to a point too heavy too, and I was just going to let it pass by. But then the line moved and people dumped in money because of the Draymond Green injury, and I think I'm really surprised it hasn't seen any resistance. I'm going to be very interested to watch this line to see if we do get some sharp action on our side, Jay. But one thing I do think that we get at least Brooklyn at least a little bit of credit here is that I think there's going to be a stark contrast here at the beginning of the season in games featuring teams that were in the bubble who have played together recently at a high level and has seen regular season or playoff defense versus teams who have not in Golden State. And so I do think potentially early in this game, it's probably one of the reasons, the biggest reasons I'm laying off the first quarter and the first half here, is that Golden State might also have some rust here because now Oubre didn't play in the bubble either, I guess, because he was hurt. So there's there's a lot of guys on Golden State who have not also seen basketball live, heavy defense, guys in your face, regular season kind of basketball. So I do think it is just holding me off a little bit of, like I said, being a little bit heavier on Golden State. But I still think the 7.5 for the full game's a little much. It won't take long for Steph to get going. I think, like you guys were talking about, if Oubre is in Kevin Durant's face and welcoming him back in that regard tonight and making things at least difficult for him, where he's not just getting clean shots on the perimeter all the time. And then whoever wins that battle down low, I think Golden State has the ability to do that too with Brooklyn messing with their interior defense. So, yeah, I mean, it keeps leading me back to just a nice small play on Golden State taking 7.5 tonight. But I don't know if I'm sprinkling tonight like you, Jay. If you are, good luck to you, man. I think it's definitely possible by any means, but I just don't think I'm ready to take them to win outright right now.
Guys, just real quick, Junior. When I tell you with a dog, I mean, I bet a lot different than a lot of people, man. If I'm taking a dog and I think they have a chance to win, I don't need to sprinkle on the money line. Even I had a couple of plus 13 dogs in college. People asking me, you sprinkle on? No, I don't need to. The plus 13 is enough for me. If they win, hey, that's gonna make me feel even better. I don't need to get greedy with the money line. If I feel like they have a chance to win, I'm taking those points every single time. I don't care if it's plus 3. I'm taking the points because guess what? I always say to myself, they can lose by 1 or 2. And it's a win for me, man. I absolutely love it. But Junior, but so I'm not sprinkling on the money line, guys. I'm cool with the 7.5. They could lose by 7. It will be cool with me. Wouldn't be surprised to see it go up to 8 either. I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see that, Junior. Any other words that you want to say on this game? Any thoughts on the total, on the pace that you think this is going to be? I think you agree, Junior, that the Nets don't have a really lot of defensive stoppers over there. Maybe on the bench you got Shamit, Torian Prince, and Jared Allen, but like Jordan alluded to, maybe Allen's not all the way there in the head. He doesn't want to come off the bench. He said that before for sure, Junior.
Yeah, it's funny, Jay. We always talk about, like reading what people say in the chats. Like you always, quote people in the chats. I'm reading the chats, and I think some of these guys have been smoking that gasolina because they seem to think that we're saying that the Warriors are going to win the game. No, some of y'all need to pump your brakes, son. We're saying
anything is possible, though.
It's definitely possible. Yeah,
bro. Brooklyn might destroy Golden State tonight. They might destroy them. It's possible. KD could go for 40. Kyrie could be crossing people up, score 35. But is that the most likely outcome? I just don't think so. That number is just pretty high for a first game. So we're not saying Kelly Oubre is going to lead them to victory, Mr. Bubbles, and some of y'all. Clean that wax out of your ears, my guy.
Hey,
we're just saying that the Warriors.
I ain't gonna say nothing about the dude name. All right,
we can all read. You know what I'm saying? We see what's there. We're saying what we're saying. They're saying what they're saying. But all we're saying is the number is high. We're not saying Golden State is better than Brooklyn, but we're saying that Golden State is not trash.
Brooklyn's Golden not three possessions better. That's all we're saying. Like this literally the only way we're saying. Plus 7.5, not 3 possessions better when all 4 quarters are done.
I kind of like Golden State at the 5. To be honest with you,
right?
I like Golden State. So Draymond Green and the way that they're touting is great. Draymond Green out. So I've seen this everywhere. Draymond Green out. They want you to see that. They want you to see that Draymond Green's out all over ESPN everywhere. Draymond Green's out. He's out. The Warriors are going to be terrible. So Draymond Green, come on, bro. Now if Curry's out, I'll be like, all right, there's no Draymond Green. I'm not a big fan of him. His gray hairs are showing pretty much everywhere. So I'm saying,
Pascal's a better
this is a young league. At this point. Yeah, this is a younger league right now. Draymond Green, his style, he can't shoot. So I mean, what is he supposed to be guarding KD out there or something? Maybe put him out there on KD, but maybe get up under his skin. It'd be nice to have that, but. I don't know, man. Nothing's a lock, man. I'm definitely not going big on this. The first game of the season. I like the dog, man. Out of these 2 games today, this was the one that I felt the most comfortable with. I know a lot of people think the Nets are going to be easy. It could happen. The public wins a bunch of times. People that don't even look into the game, they just look at the matchups. Oh, Nets, easy. Sometimes it happens, but I just really, hey, this one, my money's going to be on the Warriors, man, plus 7.5. So no total looks on this game. Any first quarter, my guys, before we get to the next one, my guys.
Not yet.
I like Brooklyn. There's a couple of 2.5s available for Brooklyn. I think that Brooklyn could come out on fire just because they're going to be hyped. They're going to be ready to go. KD's going to be ready to go. These guys haven't played ball in so long. They might be hyped. But I just think in the long run, you're asking them a lot to win by double digits in their first game together. Like I said, new coach and all that. But I think there is some value in a one-possession win for Brooklyn in the first quarter if you can get it at 2.5. 3, it's not as good, obviously. You're probably a little more likely to push or lose that. But if you get it at 2.5, that seems like a good number to me. I'm definitely interested in that. But it's only available at a couple of shops right now.
Got you. So my guy Junior, they're liking the Nets in the first quarter, and I believe we all agree a little play on the Warriors plus the 7.5 there might be able to get 8. Like I said, I don't see this one going back down to 7. So it's either gonna be that plus 7.5. That's the across the market right now. Minus 7.5. No juice to the minus 115 either on the minus 7.5. So we're gonna take that plus 7.5. I think official show pick for all three of us on that one, man. But let's get to this next game, man. I guess you could say the marquee matchup of the night. The Clippers versus the Lakers, man. Clippers, I think this line opened up around 1.5, 1 for the Lakers there. Then it's bet all the way up to 3 now. But steadily money coming in on the Lakers. I'll be honest with you guys. I've seen very few people liking the Clippers today. It's pretty much everybody on the Lakers. It's not that I'm going to talk them out. It's just that this is a game that I really need to see how the Clippers are going to look, man. Obviously, they lost Harrell over there. They got a couple new pieces, Batum. They got Ibaka over there, who I actually like that. I actually like that signing for Ibaka over there. I really think it bolstered their defense even more. This is should be a good defensive team here for the Clippers. And like my guy Junior alluded to yesterday, now I want to see how this new look Lakers defense is going to look. They lost some key defenders over there, in my opinion. So, and Marc Gasol, we'll get to that. But Junior, I want to go to you first here. What you liking in this game, man? You like the Lakers -3 here tonight?
I can't pick a side in this game. I actually kind of liked the over 229.5 that I saw available earlier.
It's 219. It's
219.5 that I saw earlier, but I don't think that I'm trying to look for it right now. I don't see that anywhere anymore. I'm pretty sure that these two teams can combine to score over 220 though. So I think that might be worth a look. But the reason I can't pick a side is very simple. You already know my feelings on the Clippers. If they were a stock, I'm selling. And as for the Lakers, you just mentioned that they kind of lack rim protection. Obviously, Anthony Davis is a great rim protector, but they had Anthony Davis, Dwight Howard, and JaVale McGee, which was that was crazy, obviously. So they have a much different look to their defense. And on top of that, LeBron pretty much, like you said yesterday, doesn't even really want to play basketball right now. He wants to chill, still enjoy his championship. AD still enjoying life. First of all, LeBron's at the point of his career where he only cares about the playoffs, and you already know that. So he's probably going to need a couple weeks to get going. There's so many. I have more questions than answers, which is why I don't have a side in this game nor an official pick.
Gotcha. I couldn't argue out of that as well. I'm gonna be watching this game super close. Super close, man. Jordan, what are you liking? We already talked about something here in this one, Jordan. Let them know what you were liking, whether the line movement actually in your favor, brother.
Yeah, I was thinking about the yesterday when we did the show and the line was 223. I think I recommended if I had a play on, I would probably bet the under, and I wish I would have jumped in on that because now it's down to 219.5, which I do think is a little bit much though, because like Junior was talking about, it just seems like a really deep swing. With no injuries really accounted for. Like Marcus Morris being out is not worth that. So there's obviously been some action on the under, but now it's tough because you guys were talking about, like both of these teams now, the Clippers, their defense is probably now improved with the combination of Ibaka and Zubac sharing center minutes, and Harold now who's not a bad defender. I don't want to give him. I don't want to take anything away from him, but now in LA and now on the Lakers. and who will be playing behind Marc Gasol, who doesn't necessarily move like he used to. I don't think he's washed by any means, but I do think he's playing a different role on this team than he's and that's similar one to what he played on the Raptors, maybe like being a facilitator, grabbing rebounds, but he's not going to be scoring that much here, and he's probably a below average defender at this point, especially if he has to be pulled away from the basket at all. So that's a little bit concerning to me. That could lead to a lot of points being scored in this game. Like Junior was talking about, that there's so many what ifs in this game. It's really hard to nail down one lean or one kind of edge that you may have, because there's probably going to be some sort of unknown about it because of roster turnover for both teams. But like Junior was saying, we talk about this all the time. Motivation. Who's motivated? If people who are dumping money into the Los Angeles Lakers and are convinced that they're going to win handily against the Clippers tonight, coming off of a championship just 6 weeks ago or whatever it was, it seems like it was no time ago at all. And we don't know where their heads are going to be at. We don't know if they're going to be still using this as extended preseason. It's just ton of volatility in this spread right now, and the fact that I missed the line movement, I think I'm just going to lay off. I've been dipping around on the prop markets trying to find something in this game. I still haven't found anything. It's just tough to find value, like I said, with lines that have been out for so long and had a chance to been hammered into place spread wise. And then on top of that, with all the kind of things that we're going to be scouting tonight with this game, just really makes it hard to kind of nail down a pick. So I think for me, I'm passing on this late game. I'm going to just get my money in the early action.
Jay, can I say something real quick?
Come on, man. I want to talk my stuff, man.
I'll be real quick. I'll be real quick.
Go ahead. Say what you got to say, man.
Something that Jordan just said. After the last Lakers preseason game that I saw, I don't know how many minutes Anthony Davis and LeBron played, but they were iced down and wrapped up like it was like Game 7 of the NBA Finals, bro. And I was like, these dudes are just not ready to go right now, and I can't blame them. You know what I mean? The season just ended. They won it, and they're trying to win it again. They're not really. That's not to say they're not trying to win Game 1 of the season, but yeah, that's just the narrative that I see. Like, it's just an unknown for me. But go ahead, Jay. Sorry to cut you off.
No, you good, bro. I didn't even start yet, so you good. But I can't say that. I mean, it's just preseason, but the Lakers did look pretty good in preseason. I have to say that. I'm talking about Anthony Davis and LeBron sitting, and them boys still look. I mean, their offense didn't miss a beat. And there's something that Junior said yesterday that really stuck out to me, that the Lakers are going to focus more on offense this season. Like last year, they were focusing on defense, and that's how they won the championship. Don't get it twisted. Now it's like it's more offensive, which they do. I mean, I like the addition of Schroeder over there. That helps their defense, but you can't, in my opinion, it's tough. I mean, because it would have to be Harold starting over him, and he's kind of a short center to be out there. But Marc Gasol, in my opinion, should not be a starting center for the Lakers. That's just my opinion. I think that really hurts the defense. It helps the offense, but really hurts the defense. But obviously, you have AD out there. LeBron's getting up there in age. He's not that really the lockdown defender anymore. Anthony Davis really their best defender out there. Maybe Caldwell Pope is a good wing defender and Schroeder. But then when you got the bench, I mean, maybe Wesley Matthews and like I say, Harold, but he's short. Harold's their backup center. I really want to see this new look Lakers team, just how I'm thinking on this game. Like I say, everybody in their granny is on the Lakers. And I guess I could see that, but the Clippers are coming in as the more motivated team. If I had to bet the game, I would be personally taking the Clippers plus a 3. I want them to lose the game because I really like the Clippers in the next game. So just from this how I'm looking in the future, I'm rooting for the Lakers tonight. It's the reason why I'm not betting the game. I really want the Clippers to lose, but I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see them cover the plus 3. If I had to bet it, I'd be on the Clippers plus 3. You always fade the team that's getting on their ring night, the first game of the season, that they see, because it's just an emotional roller coaster. They're going through emotions, getting the rings, but then they have to get ready to play the game. The other opposing team, seeing them getting their rings, they're jealous, obviously. So the Clippers have a chip on their shoulder this year. They're obviously the better defensive team out of this matchup. We'll see whether defense wins over offense tonight. If Clippers get their offense going, Paul George and Kawhi Leonard get to cooking with that defense, they're going to smack the Lakers tonight, in my opinion. But like I say, I don't think I'm going to bet the game because me personally, I'm rooting for the Clippers to lose. So it just make it even better for this next game. But there was probably a lot lean Clippers plus 3. But personally, hope that so let's see, hope the Lakers win by 1 or 2, man. But it's crazy because this keep going up, man. 3.5. I might have to make a play on the Clippers. They're light years better defensive team in my opinion, and a more motivated team. And it's go with my angle as well, fading the team, getting their rings. But anything you got to say about that, Jordan? What you think about that? Am I crazy?
No, I don't think so at all. If you made me put a spread bet on this, I'd lean towards the Clippers too, because like you just said, it's just the Lakers. I go back and forth with how good, how well like playing just 6-7 weeks ago is going to help the like teams like the Lakers and the Heat and the Nuggets and the teams that made it to the Western Conference Finals and the Eastern Conference Finals. But like at the same time, like they have played a lot of basketball in the last calendar 18 months. And it's all kind of been kind of bunched together if you think about it, if you include the teams that were in the bubble. So it's tough for me to get on the Lakers bandwagon because, like I said, they're not looking to be locked in until late, like late January, early February. Like this is a team that's going to do a very slow ramp up. We've been talking about this ever since they won the championship, and I think at least in an indirect way. And now that Game 1 is finally here of the season, I think our leans are on the Lakers are correct. I think that the leans on the Clippers are correct because it does seem like the Lakers they're just not gonna care right now. They're gonna want to play hard, but they also have a Christmas Day game on prime time against Luka Doncic coming up too. Like I mean, dropping this game is not the end of the world to them. Given the Clippers kind of a backhanded, like okay, we'll see you in a few months when it actually counts kind of thing. You can beat us now, but it's not going to be the end of the world. The Lakers lose this game to them. That's why I'm hesitant laying those 3 points. But I think for the Clippers, man, this, like we were talking about, there's more questions than answers right now for both of these teams right now. There is some strong improvements in that defense, though. You're exactly right on that.
What you think, Junior? And they got your boy Luka Kennard coming off the bench as well. He could be a starter on some teams, and he's coming off but they got a couple of starters over there. They got 3. Damn near maybe 4. Reggie Jackson might be starting on some teams, but Luka Kennard, Zubac, and Lou Williams, in my opinion, could be 3 starters on another team. What you think about that, Junior? You're not a fan of this Clippers team, though, Junior. So why you don't like the Lakers? Why you don't like the Lakers tonight, then?
Because of the motivation factor. I just don't like the vibe that I'm seeing from them that they don't want to play. Yeah, I don't like their whole posture. It's funny you said that about Luka Kennard because me and one of my close friends, we were arguing about his contract, and I'm like, it's not a good contract. But if you look at the Clippers roster, he's a guy like, listen, in my opinion, the biggest weakness the Clippers have is that they don't have a playmaking guard. They don't have a guard that looks to get other people easy baskets the way like Rondo did for the Lakers last year, as an example, right? Most teams that are playoff teams have a playmaking guard that can score, but that can get something for others. The Clippers don't really have that. So I think now there's a lot of people that are going to hear me say Luka Kennard could do that for them and laugh as if I'm saying he could be like in a starring role. I'm not saying that. I'm saying they don't have that and he could do that. So that immediately makes them better in that area. And if you were paying attention to the Pistons last year, he was kind of like their what? At one point, he was like their best player.
Their best player, yeah, when D Rose was out. For sure.
That's what I say. He could play a little point guard on the cool.
He was the best player on that team. I'm sorry. I watch basketball. That's what I get paid to do. That's how I make money. I watched Luka Kennard play really well. And I think that it's one of those situations, if you think about it like this. Luka Kennard's not some random player, bro. If you watch basketball, like Jordan, you're from the Midwest. I'm pretty sure Luka Kennard is from the Midwest, right? Like he was, I'm pretty sure he was like one of the best. He was one of the best players in college. Not in college, in high school. He was the best player at Duke when he was at Duke.
Yeah, he's from Ohio. Yeah.
Yeah, and now he's in his like 3rd or 4th year, and he's gotten better every year. So he can play. If he's the Clippers' 6th man, that's decent for them, or 7th man, or whatever the case might be. But I'll tell you, who's not looking to get other people buckets. Lou Will's looking to get his own buckets.
He doesn't have Trez anymore. So who's he going to pass to? Like
right. Pat Bev is not getting no one easy buckets. So Luka Kennard's the guy can make threes, get assists. We'll see though. I'll tell you this. I'm not laying points with the Lakers until I see them play. If they look like they looked in the preseason, then the spreads are going to get outrageous.
Yeah.
So if anything, if you like the Lakers, you might be getting them at the cheapest available price for the next little while if they come out and whoop their asses. But I'm not too sure I'm buying into that right now.
Man, some funny stuff coming in from the chat, man. One guy said, "What?" Andrew said, he said it's the new NBA. KD and Kyrie ain't gonna listen to Coach Nash. I don't know why, but that was funny to me, real quick, man. Let's see, Antoine Murphy. Antoine, I see you, man. He's telling me, Jay, I hope you're not betting the Nets and the Clippers. So apparently Antoine got them locks over there. But no, hold on, Antoine. But then he said Clips winning by 2. He said, I hope, Jay Money, you don't take Warriors and Clips plus the points. I don't understand, but then you say Clips winning by 2. I'm sorry. Sorry for looking down, guys. I'm just trying to go through the chat. I got too much on my other 2 screens, man, so I got to look off my phone. Jones Lee says, I'm riding with Just Jordan. Hey, we appreciate you still, Jones Lee. We're watching the show. So this is the thing about this show, man. You got me, you got Jordan, and you got Junior. So whether you don't like me, you don't like, you know what I'm saying, no matter. You can get picks from either one of us, man. So you can fade one of us, fade all of us, whichever. But we still appreciate you for watching, man. So you know what I'm saying? You're still a fan, so we appreciate it, man. Somebody saying they put 3K on the Lakers. Hey, you got more confidence in them than me, my guy. You must think they going balls to the wall ASAP, man. It's just something. It's super 2 public teams, man, playing on the first night in the NBA. It's just something about that didn't sit right with me. I could see both of these dogs covering. I really could, man. But we'll see, man. It's the NBA. It's back. You know what I'm saying? We betting now, baby. The show is back. We'll be back every day. What you got? What you got, my guy?
You gonna touch on some of tomorrow's action or what?
Man,
yes,
you know
I'm sitting
what?
here. My play for tomorrow just moved, man. I'm mad now.
It's in the rundown, so let's get to the look ahead to tomorrow. Why not? I mean, we only had 2 games today. We got a full slate tomorrow. There's a couple of them that has my eye. Man, what you think, Jordan? What's moving already? What you liking?
The play I told y'all that you're gonna think I'm crazy. I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to drop it. I want to leave the suspense for tomorrow. But just know that I'm gonna be betting what y'all think is a bad team tomorrow. I think because the line's already moving in my favor, and I'm gonna have to jump on this overnight line before it gets too much steam. But it rhymes with Smokelahoma. I'll just go ahead and say that.
This guy here. Hey, I like that. Hey, they should call Oklahoma.
I was gonna say they could just go ahead and change the name right now.
Yeah, they got them
credit for that.
Hey, that's not what y'all came here for, Junior. What you think? Anything you looking at for tomorrow, my guy? We can't give them too much. Y'all have to come back tomorrow, man. And we got 362 people watching live on the first day of NBA back, man. We appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate y'all for watching. Hit the like button. Let's get 100 likes if you can, man.
I'm going to tell you what, we talk about this show a lot that we're just trying to bet the number and just trying to bet angles. I'm going to tell you an early angle that I'm looking at across the league. I'm not laying points with teams that have a new coach and roster turnover.
Yep.
The 76ers minus 7.5. That seems like a lot of points, son. Washington, I think Washington has enough offense without Russell Westbrook, Washington was putting up all kinds of points last year. So points is not going to be a problem for Washington. We'll see. Obviously, Philadelphia is the better team. I'm not trying to say some of y'all that are hard of hearing because as I read the chats, I'm trying to bite my tongue, but some of y'all don't listen too good. But no, I'm not trying to say Washington's going to win the game, but I'm saying 7.5 points for a brand new team that still has issues shooting the ball, that still we don't really know what style they're playing under Doc Rivers. Seems like a lot to me.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm looking at the odds. What's called right now? Yeah, you're right. The line is moving in your favor, Jordan. I'm looking at some people in the chat. What they got? What y'all in the chat, man? That's what I like about the show. We got people in the chat. Some of them guys be sharp as well, man. What they like it? Let's see. One guy, Word, he likes Hornets -1. He likes Heat -3.
A lot of people plus the points on the Hornets or the Pellies tomorrow.
Yeah, he likes Pels plus the 5.
A lot of people plus 5 on Pels.
Mr. Bubbles. He says Heat -3 versus Magic. He also likes the Hawks -2. Carlos Luders also likes Hawks -2. He likes the Wizards plus the 7. The Hawks caught my eye as well. They are on the road, but I mean it's not the same on the road. But we do know that they don't necessarily play the same in their arena. But I can't say I do lean the Hawks in that matchup. And the main one I'm not gonna give to you today. You have to come back for that tomorrow. But definitely lean the Hawks. Definitely lean the Grizzlies for sure, man. I'm not high on the Spurs this season at all. There's a couple of times last season where I took kind of the old heads versus the young heads. Not this season. Nah, I've seen enough of the Grizzlies. I've seen enough of the Spurs. That short number at the crib, I'll likely have something on the Grizzlies in that one. Have to. The Spurs, them boys. You talk about iced up knees. Boy, knees, elbows, back, everything. LaMarcus Aldridge gonna be moving slow motion up and down the floor, man. But we'll definitely have the main play for you guys tomorrow. For the people that watch the write-up, that watch the write-ups closely, I'll have that out. That'll be out in the morning, man. So I'm doing the write-up every day on my main play. And you know what I'm saying? Well, it's going to be in that Mavs versus Suns game, man. So let's get to some cheddar. But yes, at least 4 games tomorrow that I like. And we're going to talk about every single game on the show. This is why y'all here for the free NBA picks, man, and breakdown. So we talk about every single NBA game, even if we just run through one of them, no bets. We'll still talk about it, maybe give some leans on it. So that's the show today, my guys. Y'all know where to come for the NBA picks. Like and share the show, Jordan. What's your official picks, my guy?
Give me the Dubs, 7.5 plus 7.5 tonight.
Got you. Got any other leans on the other game? If you any other lean on the Clippers game in total wise, yeah, give me your lean on a total, my guy.
I did do the write-up on the same game, but I gave out the first half total over 116.5. It's skied upward a few points. I do think it's still okay at the number, but I'm not crazy about it, how far it's moved. But over first half in that same game, I don't think it's bad either.
Got you. Junior, next up, my guy. What you liking, brother? What's your official picks today, brother?
No, we all love the same thing. Warriors plus 7.5. And I gotta say, everybody in the chat, I love all of y'all. Y'all troll. You guys troll better than most chats that I see.
For real.
I just said that y'all don't listen too well, and everyone's saying everything but what I said. So I love it. Keep as long as you're watching the show, I love it. And keep giving us your picks, though. You know what I mean? Like, if you guys got leans, don't be greedy. Sharing is caring, my guy.
Exactly. Yeah, sharing is caring, man. That's why we giving out all the picks right here on the show, man. Right here on the show. Abby Jackson, I got you. I said I was going to give out a college basketball pick, man. This is what I've been thinking about for a couple of days. I'm taking West Virginia, man, over Kansas. I know Kansas they look nice, and they've been winning these close games, but I think it's going to stop tonight. They've been kicking West Virginia ass as well for the past, I think they're like 6-1 the past 7 games, but West Virginia has a much better team, in my opinion, this year, man. I'm taking the points in this one, plus 1.5, plus 2, all that. I like West Virginia. NBA, I like the Warriors, plus a 7 across the board. I can't tell you guys. Last season, when all 3 of us liked something, I think we did pretty well.
We were plus EV for sure, yeah.
We did pretty well, man. So I like the Warriors here, plus a 7. This is not something we talked about already. This is all of our separate minds coming together on one. Nothing's guaranteed, but we do think it's a tad too many points. We're taking the dog. So the Warriors, who are coming to win, obviously, but they can lose this game by 7, and we still get the win. I love it when I'm in that position. We appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. Like the show, hit the like button, subscribe to SBR, go to SBR Picks/NBA. Check out the articles that we have. Each one of us have articles over there, all type of articles: NBA, college basketball, college football, NFL, man, whatever you like to bet. Like I said, gave you guys a college pick as well, man. So a little extra bonus. If I like something else, man, I'll give you guys every single day. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. And please come back tomorrow and every single day. We appreciate you guys for jamming with J Money.